Hi artists! Today's video is a bit of a different video. Instead of a tutorial or tips video, I wanted to invite you into my space and my studio as I create, paint, and flow through my creative process. It's been a learning curve and a process for me adjusting and trying to figure out how to multitask between painting and filming the creative process simultaneously. Maybe it's because I have a hard time editing myself, and that's always something I've struggled with, both in my art and in my process. So I suppose it would be the same for filming. And today's video is an exercise in discipline for both. So bear with me as I step into not only the artist's chair, but into the director's seat as well. Like with all of my paintings, it always starts with an idea first. And this idea here was the idea of a Asian garden and what's known in the ballet world as a pas de deux, which is a dance between two people. And this painting is actually going to be a gift for a friend of mine who just got married recently, and this is going to be their wedding present. Right now, I'm just dancing around on paper with my pencil and just seeing where this drawing takes me. And one of my favorite parts of the entire process is actually sketching and just allowing myself to daydream and allow my hand and my pencil to take me where it wants to go without the pressure or the permanency you get when you start applying paints. Today I'm using a lot of my favorite supplies like my Winsor & Newton and Danielle Smith Pro watercolors, which are always my home base. They're my comfort zone, my security blanket, and I always know that I can get the most out of my painting session with them in hand. I'm also adding a little twist to this piece, which is working on a paper that's larger and more textured than what I typically work with. Because I'm always so pressed for time in my daily schedule and sometimes find it challenging to squeeze enough time in the day to paint, I've gotten really comfortable, maybe too comfortable even, with working on smaller sized projects and with the tools that I've been used to. Like everyone else, there are things that I find daunting and intimidating sometimes, and something I've been trying to do is to face my fears with more regularity. As artists and as human beings, it can be so easy to slip into the rhythm of what we're used to. And unbeknown to us, this avoidance of risk can make us a little lazy and impede our growth. As they say, a smooth sea never made a skilled sailor. And I think so much of that philosophy applies to life. So whether you're always reaching for the same paintbrush or always tackling your daily problems in the same way, I think breaking away from that pattern can give you an opportunity to grow and become a better person and a better artist as well. So back to this painting, jumping in head first, and so far I'm really enjoying the level of looseness and gesture I'm able to accomplish working larger and with more room. I was always really excited to embrace a palette of fiery reds and oranges and lots of golds in this one, which I think really make it look very magical and otherworldly. I'm not sure if you guys know, but autumn is my favorite season of the year. I love seasons of transition when you're going from one season to the next, and autumn is just my favorite for the colors, the smells, the spices. That whole season is just the most magical one for me. And so weaving that into this design is really just making me feel so happy right now and incorporating all these gorgeous turquoises and greens and these fiery reds and oranges just make my heart sing. As the painting progresses, I slowly allow myself to get tighter and tighter and more detailed as I go. And that's something that I've also been trying to break away from is, not allowing myself to get too finicky with details from the get-go and allowing myself to be more expressive, which is something that I really aspire to be as an artist. I think that the magical moments in art are where you start not being literal anymore and just embrace the fact that you're embodying a spirit, a sensation, a feeling, a fleeting moment. And I think there's something so fascinating about that. putting the finishing touches on my painting, I love coming to metallics because I think over the years it's just become such a part of my style to have these metallic accents and these sort of magical, sparkly moments, as I call them, interspersed throughout the colorfulness of my watercolors. And I've always found that the key to success with this, as it is with a lot of things in art, is knowing when to pull back and understanding that sometimes less is more, and having the patience and the self control to be able to savor and to save those special moments for where they're going to make the most impact. It's a constant tug of war between knowing just how much to give and how much to pull back. So let's give this brush a quick rinse, and then I'm going to add one more detail which I think is going to look amazing, which is the addition of a special gold powder that is made by Schminke. And this gold powder is really just delicious. I actually recently did a video all about some of my most essential, unexpected art supplies, and this one was really up there on that list. So if you want to check out that video, I'll link it in the card above so you can take a look. If you haven't noticed already, this painting actually has a play on two complementary colors. And that's something that I love doing in my work, is taking art fundamentals and really highlighting them in a simple but very striking way. And so in this case, my complementary colors are red and green. And so if you don't know what complementary colors are, I would definitely recommend checking out another video that I have, not to plug too many videos, but I think that understanding and internalizing a lot of the basic art fundamentals will make you stronger. And they always say that, you have to learn the rules before you can start breaking them. And one of my favorite quotes is by the artist Pablo Picasso, where he said to learn the rules like a pro so that you can break them like an artist. So that's it for today, artists. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.